Oh, it's live, House.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
You never came looking for me to prove that you're the baddest. So, I've come looking for you to prove you're not.
All over the country, people have been asking me, why, Eddie, why?
Week after week, trying to make me look like a jackass.
Lately, he just hasn't been very oozy. I'm home.
This ain't no disco. Ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
Hello, everyone. 3 Count Thursday. We are live. It is Thursday, November the 21st, 2024. We're glad to be back with you for another one. Make sure if you are not already, you are following us on all of our social channels, media channels, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Twitch. All of it is at 3 Count Thursday. Always the number 3, never the word 3. You can get us on all podcast platforms as well. We would certainly appreciate that. You can grab your 3CT merch over at our TeePublic store. I know there was a 35% off sale earlier this week. If there's not one now, there'll probably be another one coming up here soon, as is fairly customary with TeePublic. So make sure you head over there and grab some 3CT merch. Would certainly appreciate the support there as well. The full crew, as it stands usually anymore for Thursdays, here with you, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Let's start. Ryan, how we doing?
You all right, sir?
He's not even working tonight. He worked last night. There's no reason for him to not be. Did he tell anybody that he's not going to be here tonight? Anybody?
He did not. He didn't.
He
even
has been
say
radios. He's just abandoning us at this point. Other than that, I'm fine.
Good. Tim,
You all right, sir?
I'm good. It sounds like I'm in for a peaceful Thursday night. I'm excited.
right? He can't hurt us. He can't bother us. Matt,
You all right, sir?
Well, we are a week away, but today I'm thankful that Mark isn't here.
yeah, you know what? And that's a good point. Like, I hadn't even really thought about it. The fact that he never told us that he wasn't
At this point, he probably just assumes that we assume.
Right. Like, I kind of joke about it every week when he's like, "Hey guys, gonna be late or gonna only be on the Tuesday."
Well, he
show."
normally says like breaking news, and then he says,
or what is it? Real world alert. Real world alert. Okay, only gonna be there for Tuesday. It's like, okay, cool. But yeah, if he's not actually working, then what the hell?
Right.
I mean, this is Ocean City's busy time of year, right? Where they get like 2 customers.
they get 3 customers a day.
Mark is just exhausted in the back room.
Devin checking in with us. He says, everybody's having a good week so far. Getting ready for the big day next Thursday. Yeah, I'm always ready to eat a lot of food.
Ready to do those dishes.
And put my feet up and not do anything. No, we do disposables now. Easy fix to a hashtag real world problem or something. I don't know.
But you get to watch the Dallas Cowboys, though. That's going to be exciting, right? That's the barn burner of a game between the Giants and the Dallas.
They'll probably win. So there's that.
Well, I don't know. Tommy DeVito's back under center for New York.
Tommy Cutlets, baby.
Like, no, I don't know. Like, so a friend of mine sent me today. You can get 400 level seats at the Cowboys next Thursday on Thanksgiving for $25.
That's a good price.
Oh, that's a steal.
Like they've hit that level of fans.
The nice thing about that level is when it gets bad enough, you can just jump.
Right, there you go. Knowing my luck, though, the sun would be coming in from the other side, and I would miss actually jumping over the railing, and I would just tumble down the stairs and get hurt. Like I would just like be in pain. I wouldn't even like it just wouldn't even work.
That's
Maybe the
legit
falling
fear of
debris
mine.
from the roof would blind you.
Oh my gosh! Like it is a comedy of errors. Like
At
everything.
least you guys are making changes, though. Like that's what's important. You have an owner that drew the line in the sand and said enough is enough.
No more.
Our quarterback's hurt. We got to go with Cooter Rush or whatever his name is, and we're going to make no other changes though.
Yeah,
the rebuild is in
Coop.
Dallas. Rusty
Coop. Yeah, it's just I'm going. Look, why would you not play Trey Lance at this point? Like,
well, you don't want him to be hurt, Jim.
Like, you gave up a 5th round pick, which is really not much to give up. But now you actually have an opportunity to play the guy to either find out, like, is he going to be the backup, or maybe there's a chance, funny Jim, that Trey Lance is actually good. So you can, I don't know, maybe turn him around and trade him to a team for like a 4th round pick or a 3rd round pick. But no, you're just going to let him sit there, rot out the rest of his deal, and nothing. Just
at least you could send him out there to get like Deshaun Watson, and then you don't have an excuse, and you're just like, oh man, well we tried to play him, but he's hurt.
We did our best, but no.
We put our best foot forward and tried to, have our guy.
Like it's on, like it really is. I've never just been in a position where I just don't care. I just don't care that the Dallas Cowboys exist. I don't get happy if when they score their 1 touchdown a game, and I don't get mad when they give up 4 or 5 or 6 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, that's actually crimping our style a bit, which sucks. Like we wanna pile on. Like your buddy Jason is like, go ahead, punch us when we're down. That's fine.
Just go ahead.
I want you to resist a little bit.
Like just hit me again, so I know that I actually feel like
we can always laugh at Ovechkin having to hobble out for another year now to break the record.
Although, like
I called that.
This is.
At one point, he's just going to have like those ice walkers that they just like shove him out from the bench.
What do you? First off, hobble out. The guy is leading the league in goals right now. By the way,
it won't be for long.
So what?
Let's get Pappy the leading score goal thingy, whatever they call it. I mean, if we shoot hard enough, if we shoot hard enough at Pappy, it will ricochet off of him, and he might get the goal.
Just go stand in front of the net. We'll take care of the rest, Alex.
Whatever it takes, man.
Who's talking?
That dude's lost like 3 years to pandemics and lockouts. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Put him out there in a wheelchair and a bodysuit. I don't give a shit.
No, Ovi, away from the light. Come back.
Someone get me my hover round.
I've
got a goal to score, huh?
All right, here's Charlie running his mouth about this again. Since everyone is here, let's clear this up. Stuffing is what's cooked in the bird. Dressing is what's cooked in the pan.
Charlie, you are so lucky I don't have that fucking video anymore.
You couldn't be wronger, because I would have played the video there. I actually looked for it as soon as Jim put that up there.
Who gives a fuck what it's called at this point?
It's very unsanitary to cook stuffing.
Charlie, when you get stovetop, to change stovetop stuffing to stovetop dressing, then we'll talk. Until then, fuck you. You're wrong. Stovetop dressing.
The hell does it matter at this point?
I get it's called stuffing because you stuff it. I get it. Like it's in the name.
Right.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, cool. I stuffed the pan with bread cubes. There you go. It's still stuffing.
I stuff my stomach with the stuffing.
I stuffed my plate with stuffing.
Exactly. Right. I dress my mashed potatoes with gravy. There you go. Gravy is dressing. The square cubes of bread is stuffing. There. Problem solved.
Modern problems involve modern solutions.
Exactly. I stuff the pans of stuffing into the oven to cook. That's what I do.
Now, are you disposable roasting pan for the bird, or do you have like an actual? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we have an actual roasting pan, but I don't think we've used it in a long time. We just go we do mostly disposable stuff for the holidays. I think like gravy, and that might be it in terms of
Jim, we have the in-laws coming. Get the Chinette out.
Yeah. That's right. I get the fine paper products for the premier paper products for the holidays now. It is a holiday.
Only the best.
That's right. All right. Let's go to the news. All right. According to a report from Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer Newsletter, AEW is planning to hold future tapings of Dynamite and Collision at smaller venues. He said, I'm going to be kind of vague, but it's happening. I don't know the technical details, but headway is being made on running smaller buildings. To book smaller buildings, it's been a logistical reason why they've been running the larger ones because of their larger lighting rig. He said they've been working on scaling it back so they can get into the smaller buildings. So as 2025 starts to come in, they're talking about different ideas for production and venues as well. A report from Sean Ross Sapp does note, though, that while they'll be running smaller smaller venues for TV, that they still plan on running the larger venues for pay-per-views because those ticket sales have been still been doing fairly well at the larger venues.
Jim's alternative headline: AEW struggles to sell tickets because they suck.
I mean, you can paint it any way you like, Ryan. The facts are the facts. But I think this is a great idea for them, because the narrative, right, wrong, or indifferent, every a lot of weeks is look how many empty seats are at Dynamite. I mean, we've talked about it in our group text. You leading up, AEW was in Reading, just kind of down the road, last night, and there was talks about like how sales did not seem great leading up to the show.
I mean, I don't think we talk about it in our group text. I think you just pile on.
I don't think that's accurate. I don't think I've actually. I know I didn't even bring it up the one day this week.
Really? I mean, I must have just assumed.
Well, I mean, you're not incorrect to assume, but
I think I was the one that brought the topic up, and Jim was the very first to say not interested in going.
Well, to be fair, is because I am leaving work early.
There's no need to be fair about, Jim. It was just
I mean, you are correct. I was the first person to say that. It's because I am leaving work early next Wednesday and did not want to have to leave early yesterday.
All right, cool. Jim Neese, big company man, can't leave work to go do fun things because I, quote, love my job.
Big company Jim is actually Jimmy Nines.
That's James.
James Nines.
We got James Nines. The old 9-ball, as they like to call him.
I can't wait till they start running high school gyms like they had to do in the early years of Raw.
That's right.
Growing pains for that either. Good. Growing pains are good. Let this be a small stumble to make them better on the other side.
Because you have to remember, too, like during like the 94, 95.
Bret Hart time.
Bob Backlund time.
I was saying it was a little pre-Bret.
Post
between
Hogan
Bret
Savage time.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels on the rise time. So during that time period, they were running all these small venues because they didn't want to run the big venues. They get hot in 96, 97, but with booking these buildings, you have to book them like 6 months in advance. And it's almost borderline impossible to get out of that to shift to somewhere else.
Right.
So you have all of these, I wouldn't consider them to be large venues at all, but they're just not where they're selling tickets for. And they're taking stabs in markets they haven't been before, like AEW. I think this is their first time in Reading.
It was.
And you could absolutely tell because they didn't know anybody that wasn't a WWE superstar.
I say Big Bob Lashley was over. I mean,
there is nothing more apparent to them acknowledging that Reading is a E-town. Not E-town like Elizabethtown, but like the opening match on Dynamite was the big 8-man tag.
The Teddy Long special.
The Callis family versus Ricochet, Powerhouse Hobbs, Mark Davis, and Will Ospreay. The first person they bring out is Ricochet.
That's right.
To a massive pop.
Huge pop.
Huge. The second dude they bring out is Powerhouse Hobbs, and the motherfucker could have been Gilbert. Like, they looked at him like,
that probably would have popped more.
What basketball team does he play for?
Right.
Like, that's what they're saying. And then, like, Ospreay comes out, and Ospreay is AEW's golden goose. Chirp, chirp. Cricket, cricket. So it's not, I don't think it's AEW. Is it AEW's fault?
No idea who that is.
To a certain degree, kind of, because they're not like, they're trying their best to make all of these guys feel important.
Yeah.
But for every step they take another step backwards. Like, yes, they're doing picture in picture, but they're doing it during the heat. Or they're doing it during like,
but that's just bad production. It doesn't matter what building you're running. You just need to learn to produce pro wrestling. Why would you picture in picture during that moment?
Yeah.
Like, that's just bad production. You can't blame anybody but Tony Khan for that. That is
like, that's a fix. Yeah, it's a fixable thing. And like, and another thing that's fixable too is the fact that, like, for the longest time, Dynamite and Collision felt disjunct. Where, like, you didn't have to watch Collision to understand Dynamite. And now, shit that's happening on Dynamite is floating over to Collision and coming back the other way.
All the same night.
Well, true.
I think they filmed all of it last night. I think they did Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision.
They did 2 shows last night.
Oh, was it just 2? Okay.
I think they did Dynamite and Collision.
Do they still do Ring of Honor ahead of... So did they do a Ring of Honor taping last night as well?
No.
So they do Ring of Honor and Rampage then.
Oh,
or what? One of the
like last night. Last night I think it was Dynamite and Collision because it was because Collision is
matter, though.
Collision had Mina Shirakawa versus Harley Cameron, and it has Mariah May and Anna Jay. Plus, it has the contract signing of QT Marshall and Big Boom AJ.
So Charlie says, "Hey, Smoke, got a question for you. Do you bring the boom?"
Fuck those guys. Honest to God. Hey, we're the Sam's Club guys. Fuck out of here.
I'm half tempted.
Take one of those fucking Kirkland hot dogs and shove it up your ass.
I find them annoying too. Okay.
I do get it. They're popular people. Maybe they'll bring some
eyes. I get why they're doing it. I think
that segment popped pretty loud.
Yeah, like I think it's
the little quirky one, the Rizzler. He'll fucking blow the roof off this place when he comes out on a pay-per-view. He absolutely will.
It's fucking
that
wild.
That would be the loudest pop whenever this fucking pay-per-view is.
I hate
it's Saturday, right?
Saturday, yes.
Is it really this Saturday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and it's they're from New York, right? So the fact that they're in New Jersey, it's another reason this is happening for this one, I would assume. But like I get why they're doing it. I just think it's odd that for like the last year you've steered hard into the "we're the best" wrestle tagline, and then you bring in
Jim. I don't even hear them say that. I hear you say that.
Don't they still say that? I mean,
Mercedes Moné says it every fucking week when she does promos.
When you don't watch, you don't know. You just hear Jim saying it. See,
I'm pretty sure that is kind of their tagline.
Yes, but also they're not putting it on the pay-per-view. It's on 0 Hour.
Fair.
Here's the deal. Big Jim would rather celebrities be involved in main event matches at WrestleMania like his idol, Donald Trump.
Very true. We love Bobby. Bobby.
The BJ's guys are not Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Big Mac confirmed Dynamite and Rampage collision in ROH.
See, that's why we keep Big Mac around. He knows what he's talking about.
Apparently they live in Boca Raton, Florida. So that is right near New Jersey.
I hope they get on a boat, head toward the Bermuda Triangle, and just fucking disappear. They could be manifested for
only
a while.
After Big Boom AJ takes a diamond cutter in the middle of the ring from QT Marshall.
Charlie asks, speaking of AEW, genuinely curious, does anyone know why there are no shows announced for 2025 except their 3 pay-per-views? I would assume it has to do with the news that we are literally talking about a minute ago, that they are working on logistics to run smaller buildings, Charlie.
I mean, it's crazy because like I'm looking at the AEW website and they have 4th, 8th, 11th, 16th. They have dates on their site going all the way out to March 12th of 2025.
Charlie's browser does not allow him to pull up AEW's website. That is firewall.
Stop using the library's internet. Like get some different internet maybe, and like look at the rest of it. Like,
are there venues announced or it just shows themselves?
Yes, yes, there's venues.
Yes,
right.
The
January
1st parking lot.
January 1st, Fight for the Fallen is at the Harrah's Cherokee Center in Asheville, North Carolina. They're running at the Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte on the 4th. F&M Bank Arena. Like they are running smaller venues.
Yeah. Okay.
They're running. I'll just name the states: North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, back to Tennessee, Alabama. Then doing a couple in Texas.
Those sounds like wrestling states.
Big Mac says, can't wait to watch them at the Doritos Locos Taco Center.
You mean the Taco Bell Cantina that they just built right down the street from my house?
Oh, man, that's awesome.
It's got a big parking lot. Here's
but
the deal.
Also,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think small venues are smart. I'd put them in a small-ass civic center. Make the fucking crowd really hot. Make that TV program say, wow, I want to be there. You have to be here live. Look at this fucking... It's what ECW did. Like these small ad, nobody ever shits on ECW for running what people do for a bingo hall. But you know,
Richard made an early podcast career out of that.
He sure did. But like that's what you have to be here. This crowd is that fucking good, and then you slowly build out of these small venues again.
Yeah, like here's the thing: if you're going to sell 2,000 tickets, I'd much rather sell 2,000 tickets in a venue that holds 2,000 than a venue that holds 13,000. Like it is going to look infinitely better to have a sold out house. It's going to look better for AEW to say, you know, oh, our show 3 weeks from now in Fort Lauderdale is sold out. Catch us when we are in, Tampa, or, wherever. Like that looks better than please come buy our tickets, buy 1, get 3 free. Like, and I know WWE was just doing that a couple of years ago. So that, like, it's not it goes in waves, but yeah.
So here's a question that I'm going to address the 3 of you guys with, because you guys are local enough to Reading, right? I would say that, like, maybe not York, but definitely like Lancaster area, right? Did you guys have any advertising whatsoever?
No.
Right.
No, I
you
didn't see any.
There were no billboards. Was there any radio spots? I don't know if anybody.
The radio though.
Honestly, I really don't listen to regular radio. I didn't see anything on TV. Not even when I would have AEW on. I don't like. They don't advertise. Really.
Right. And so that's the problem. Is that like for WWE, they announce on Raw and SmackDown, like, yo, here's the next 30 venues we're going to be at. Here you go. Buy your tickets. And they plaster it.
Oh, yeah, you watch SmackDown or Raw, and it's on every third commercial break.
But then you also have wrestlers in the WWE like Cody Rhodes saying, out of these 30, here's the 12 I'm going to be at.
Right.
So that you're getting attacked multiple angles. At
the start of every month, Cody puts up his schedule for the month on all of his social media.
And it's smart. And like, there is a good friend of mine, good old DJ, says the expression all the time on his show, We Need Wrestling. Copy an A, get an A.
Yeah.
It's not stealing because it's out there in the public, right?
When you say your friend, that is DJ Hyde, right? We were talking about the same DJ.
No. I would not be associated with even though I have had a somewhat private conversation with DJ Hyde a long time ago. It was weird.
You wouldn't take light tubes.
No sharps. I don't care how much he's paying me. I don't care if I'm working Leo Rush. No, thank you.
Big Mac brings up he said he's gotten 15 emails about the holiday show in Miami in December for WWE. Went on sale 3 weeks ago.
Oh, for the WWE, yes. I mean, maybe AEW sending him. Jim, to be part of our podcast, made us block at AEW.com, so we don't get any. That's a Jim thing, though. Pay to play, he said.
That's right.
There isn't. So AEW I'm on the AEW site right now. There is a link on their website, and I'm going to share my screen, my magical screen.
While you're doing this, when we did go to AEW, who went? Was that me and Jim? Matt, did you go to that in Baltimore?
Mark, cousin Brian.
Okay. Like, that's what I think they need. They need these, like, medium-sized for a college arena, like these small college arenas.
Yeah.
And even that actually had a decent amount tarped off that night.
It did. They had hard cam upstairs was tarped off a bit.
That's an 8,000 seat arena, I feel.
Yeah.
So AEW at the top of their site has a link called Insider Sign Up.
Not doing it.
Become an AEW insider. Opt in now to become an AEW insider and gain access to insider news, special ticket and merchandising deals, and exclusive pre-sale, on-sale opportunities not available to the general public. Here's my problem, okay? You're incentivizing people to become an AEW insider. Everybody who is already an insider without signing up knows about all this stuff. You got to reach the people who are the AEW outsiders. You need a sign up group for those people. Like, hey, click here if you want to figure out what AEW stands for.
Right.
Yeah. And like, I love AEW. I want AEW to be something because the better AEW gets, the better WWE will get, and the better the the world will get. There is something. Do we want? I'm looking down the barrel of the lens. Do we, as a fan base, want to go back to a time where the only wrestling company in town for nearly 20 years
was TNA?
Was Vince McMahon?
No.
Like, TNA existed and ROH existed, but TV wrestling was practically just the WWE.
Yeah.
From 2001 until AEW.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like, I don't want to go back to that.
No.
I don't. And There's a ton of bad faith actors out there who want to speak the demise of AEW any chance they get. It's not productive. It's not productive. To be fair,
people have been speaking the demise of TNA, and it's existed for longer than WCW.
And who's really shitting on TNA?
Right.
And I think everybody
not
just
anymore
looks at TNA and
is there for that now.
Tussles their hair and be like, "Hey, scamp."
Right. I feel like even when we started the podcast, I felt like every 8 months or so there'd be a Fightful report or a PW Insider, could this be the end of TNA wrestling? And they just keep going.
Even the Bible talks of the story about the worm that dieth not. That there's a worm that exists that lives past all of its can handle extreme heat and extreme cold and never die. That's TNA. TNA is going to outlast all of us because the larger community is going to have a coronary event and we're going to kick the bucket. Matt's going to pick up all of our belongings like he's a looter in Minecraft. And Liesel is just going to live on a mountain of Mark Hottenstein's crap in his attic. She's going to Scrooge McDuck herself off the top of the mountain of Mark's stuff just backstroke all the way through to the other side where normalcy lives.
That is the dream.
There it is. Man.
It is the dream.
But no, I know. Obviously, we joke, and I'm always serious. But I do hope AEW does continue to do well. And if this, I hope that this running smaller venue,
do too, Jim.
It does work. But I do have before we get to our question of the week and the Full Gear preview, I do have a blind ranking prepared for this week. So we are going to do women's wrestling championship belts. Women's wrestling best or most favorite, least favorite, best or worst, however you want to call it. But we will start with
one being the best.
One being the best.
Okay.
Yes. We will start with the IWGP Women's Championship.
5.
No, you guys say 5 for the tramp stamp belt.
Are these all current titles?
These are current titles.
Oh, never mind then. 5.
Okay.
It's the silly stars that do it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is not the flames. Best. It's just not a good belt.
It's not the best.
All right. So is that you locking in at 5?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, here we go. Next one is the NWA Women's Championship.
5.
Yeah, I want to redact what we just said and put this at 5 and make that 4. I hate that
they put the wrestler's picture there.
Yeah, if not for that, I don't hate it as much.
Oh, I hate it. Silver on gray.
I still hate it, but not as much.
Is that the actual belt? Is it silver on gray? I thought it was a black strap.
I think it's a white strap. Or is it gray?
So is it gray just an anomaly in this picture?
Yeah, I guess it could have been.
I mean, what are you going to get worse than 5? I guess this has got to be 4.
It has to be 4, but it's not 4 in my heart.
All right, we will go next to the TNA Knockouts Championship.
This is a strong contender for 1 or 2.
That's 2. Not a bad strap, actually. I like that on white.
I do like that in modern day women's wrestling that white is the strap color for women's titles.
I agree with that. I like this. I feel like it may not get better than this knowing Jim.
We could go 1.
We still have the NXT title.
Both
WWE titles, plus the North American title.
Jim, what was this category again?
Women's
wrestling championship belts.
So the tag titles could be on there.
Women's tags. The New Japan Strong title can be here.
There's a lot of titles.
He doesn't know that exists.
I know that exists. Mercedes.
No, they're not the TBS.
He could also be putting that stupid CMLL belt up here. Or the AAA women's welterweight title. Oh, no. Oh, he could put the MLW women's welterweight title on here. If he does, I'm going to cry.
So
this needs to be one.
This is two.
Two? All right, you feeling confident? All right.
I think two.
Right.
I think two. I think there may be one diamond.
All right. Next one.
If not, I'll take the L.
Next one, we have the AEW Women's World Championship.
It's got to be 3.
Yeah.
I like this title, but I don't know if I like it better than the Knockouts title. But this might be the best we have left.
Is this the one Paige got? They've altered that already, right? When she.
This is the current title that Mariah May has.
One.
Right
Okay. Oh boy, it's not better than the TNA one. It's got to be 3.
I would go 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to deal with it.
And the last
we're gonna
one.
Get boned.
The last one is your number 1, right? So that is the WWE Women's World.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, Jim's happy with that.
Yeah.
Exactly. This worked out exactly as I wanted it to. But would you change any?
I'm fine leaving the other one 5. I think that's a dog shit belt.
Yeah, 4 and 5 are both trash. I'd swap 1 and 2.
I would swap 1 and 2.
I'd be fine with that too. Yeah.
Charlie, are you okay? You literally typed boom 4 times.
Taking a shit.
Are you in trouble?
You're supposed to boom. That's what they do. That's their gimmick. They just yell boom, right?
Are you in trouble? Are you in danger?
He's at a Costco right now.
When we mark the title as 4, we're supposed to give that title 4 big booms.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
got it.
Did you see them on Jimmy Fallon? And Fallon got fed up with their shtick?
It was great. Jimmy Fallon.
How annoying do you have
everybody.
to be to anger Jimmy Fallon?
Right.
Like that's unbelievable.
Hey.
All right, let's do this. If the board plays,
let's rush through this.
Petite Count Pestin of the Peak.
There it is.
I thought you were gonna play the Wrestler of the Week song.
No, I did not.
Wait, do I miss hearing that?
Was I the only one that sent anything?
With us not doing it weekly, I mean it's kind of lost.
It's dead.
Luster.
It's dead.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I stopped watching wrestling when we stopped talking about it because I could just rip off whoever somebody else put.
So you pulled the mark, is what you did.
Well, that's true. Marcus saw my.
I mean, I used to religiously get on cagematch.net on Wednesday nights just to look and see who won a title that I should put on my top 3. And then
that's how I got mine this week.
I'm just gonna say right now, everybody in the chat right now has brain rot from all of the double chocolate chunk stuff. And here's what makes me mad out of everything is not one of you mother effers has talked about the chicken bake yet, and that is superior to everything else that's at Costco.
Oh, I'm not a Costco man, so I'm like, I have no clue.
Dog,
I have like no clue what is happening.
Life changing.
But the question of the week this week, obviously, I believe all of us watched or attempted to watch Mike Tyson and Jake Paul last Friday on Netflix, live from Jerry World with the curtains, with the curtains closed. But after what happened with the streaming issues, are you concerned at all about the WWE's move to Netflix for Monday Night Raw in January? Tim?
Are the PLEs going to Netflix too?
Internationally, they are, I believe, but I think as of now, I think the Peacock WWE contract goes through the end of 2025, I believe. And it wouldn't surprise me if after that they negotiate something to Netflix. I don't know if it was Tim. I don't know if it was you and Marcus talking about it or somebody else, but the hypothesis of WrestleMania ending up as a Netflix event, and I would be probably more concerned about that.
I still don't think WrestleMania draws what.
No, I don't. 70
that fight
million.
That fight would have drawn.
Right.
Is there any way to quantify how many people like watched WrestleMania this year?
I don't know for sure. But here is what's on Netflix's direct website. Beginning in January 2025, Netflix will be the exclusive home for Raw in the US, Canada, UK, and Latin America. Blah, 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 blah. Likewise, as part of the agreement, Netflix will also become the home for all WWE shows and specials outside of the United States as available, inclusive of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, as well as the company's premium live events. Motherfucker, you asked the question about the pay-per-views, and I'm answering it.
Where's that sound coming from?
Your head.
So 2026 then is when the PLEs will move to Netflix.
Probably, yeah.
Internationally, everything's going to be on Netflix. Which, hey, I'm going to remind everybody right now. Do you want to save money? If so, and the only reason you have television is to watch wrestling, cancel your television service, buy a VPN, and VPN your behind into a international market to watch Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and the PLEs.
So there's no real way to quantify with the Peacock, but I found this on WrestleNomics. Based on NBC Universal's release touting WrestleMania attracted 1.3 billion live minutes across both nights. We can use WrestleMania 40's combined runtime of 469 minutes to calculate the 2.7 to 2.9 million Peacock accounts, which should not be confused with viewers, but accounts were watching WrestleMania during an average minute on the Saturday and Sunday broadcasts. So
how many was watching the fight?
70.
Not concerned.
Yeah, Devin brings up a great point. He said the NFL should be more concerned with their Christmas Day games than WWE.
I don't even think they touch that.
Probably not, but I don't know. I don't know where like the breaking
Chiefs or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the breaking point of the Netflix like viewership was. Like,
Chief Nation will show up.
At what point did the stream start to fail?
About 3 minutes in.
So from
and then
the
everybody's
Verge,
service was fine when Mike Tyson walked with his ass out.
Yeah,
everybody saw that live.
Money shot.
I don't know how that happened.
It's a money shot.
Yeah. So this is from the Verge. Article was written 2 days ago. Netflix is touting that the Tyson-Paul fight brought in an average of 108 million viewers based on T-Vision data in the United States and first-party data in global markets. 38 million were from households in the United States, and T-Vision says that it accounted for 56. I can't fucking read numbers. 56% of TV viewing between midnight and 1 a.m. Numbers are hard, Jim.
They are. It's okay.
Yes. But there's 2 football games on Christmas Day. It's going to be happening. One's going to have a halftime show from Bay once.
Yeah.
Steelers country.
Let's weld.
Devin
thinks they're going to renew the Peacock deal and keep premium live events there.
Well, considering that the other news that happened this week is that Comcast is splitting off their television networks from NBC, Universal, and Peacock, signs point to maybe no.
Well, I could also see a thing where, and I know this was kind of rumored when the Peacock deal first started to be a thing, and there was talks that is WWE eventually going to move like the big 4 to say like the ESPN Plus platform and make those a higher paid portion? Or are they going to make those a kind of pay-per-view event within Peacock or something. Obviously that hasn't come to be yet. Certainly could happen in the future. But yeah, I mean, here's the deal. I think we've already seen in the Nick Khan era of WWE and the TKO group era, they're going to do what pays the most money. So if Netflix wants the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania and SummerSlam, and they pay more than Peacock or NBC Universal will, then they're gonna be on Netflix, or they're gonna be on ESPN, or they're gonna be somewhere else. Like WWE, it is more of a business than ever, because of where we're at with the TKO group, I think. But yeah, I don't think that there's any. The only night that would even, I think, be in any sort of danger for streaming issues would probably be the first episode of Raw. But I don't even think that's going to touch. Like, I don't even think that's going to touch what the fight was on Friday. I mean, that was just that really was kind of this. You have to watch this sort of, like, that was the first boxing event I've ever watched. I've never, like, I'm not a boxing fan. Like, so I've never, like, I mean, the only times I've watched UFC events were when CM Punk or Brock Lesnar were on. Like, I'm like, it's just that's not, those aren't my entertainment.
Like, a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah. Like, I don't, like, I want my entertainment in 3-hour blocks with predetermined winners and losers, and also professional wrestling.
Which I hate the fact that I've seen the rumors that starting in 2025, both Raw and SmackDown will be 3 hours.
Oh my God.
No.
I hate everything.
Oh, gross.
Hey, real quick, kudos to the ladies of that night. I think they absolutely stole the night. I think I saw on the article that you had that Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano was the most watched women's sporting event of all time. So shout out to the undercard. Congratulations to the ladies. They fucking killed it. Don't love the decision, but
hate the decision.
Undercard in general was pretty solid. Honestly.
The undercard really was. I thought the ladies stole the fucking show and deserve all of their flowers, both of them.
Yeah. I think that Netflix will get their ish together and make sure that their ducks are in a row by the time the big WWE deal comes through. You got to remember, WWE Network ran into these problems when they first went to air. And when they ran the NXT show ahead of WrestleMania, and even then WrestleMania 30 did not go off without a hitch. They moved the WWE Network to Peacock, there was issues on Peacock. Some would say there's still issues with Peacock and streaming.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that now. The next time I go to stream, when I go to stream Survivor Series next Saturday.
What was Netflix's first live streamed event? Was it a comedy show? I forget what it was.
I think it was the Love Is Blind.
Is that what it was?
Finale, wasn't it?
And I think that was obviously that's not pulling in. Like, this was just a cultural phenomenon that you just had to tune into.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I mean, I'm assuming Mark turned into the Love Is Blind, but not the fight.
I mean, I tuned into it, and it was a joke. I mean, they didn't have it working for the first hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
The first ever live event on Netflix was Chris Rock's stand-up special.
Oh, there you go.
The first
post-slap, right?
Yes, post-slap. The first sporting event was
a tennis thing, right?
Formula One.
So close.
Oh, wait, no. It was the Netflix. Yeah, the Netflix Cup.
The Netflix Cup.
We'll face off the Netflix Cup. Netflix first ever live sporting event featuring athletes from Formula One, Drive to Survive. Oh, so it was a crossover event between Formula One and PGA Tour golfers.
Doing what?
I'm trying to figure out what the
really
heck
fast
this is.
The drivers hit golf.
John Daly firing golf balls at Formula One cars. Actually, that sounds like a pretty fun.
Netflix.
I will watch that.
Actually, sounds like a really fun event. Damn, I just came up with a gold mine.
The competition format included 8 holes of match play, with each team facing unique challenges. And they paired off a race car driver and a golfer together. It was Nando Morris and Ricky Fowler, Carlos Sainz and Justin Thomas, Pierre Gasly and Tony Finau, Alex Albon and Max Homa.
I don't know any of those names.
So literally it was 4 and 4. It lasted 2 hours and 29 minutes, and there was only 700,000 people that watched it.
Oh, there it is.
I think Raw can do better than that.
Yeah. I think to answer the question fully though, going back to like talking about where pay-per-view may be headed, WWE now, I don't think WWE will ever put the toothpaste back in the tube and make people pay for pay-per-view.
Oh,
I think what they're going to do is what they've done, which is TV and pay-per-view are walking billboards so that they can charge triple the price of ticket sales, make the shows so can't miss that you can hike the live ticket price up within reason.
Rumble ticket prices?
No, but I'm sure they're insane.
They're not cheap.
$400 to $500 in the lower level.
It's the Rumble, baby.
Yeah, I mean,
and then just wait for when the Rumble goes to 2 nights.
No, come on.
I will fucking riot.
Dog, there's 2 Rumble matches. Yes. If any pay-per-view is built for 2 nights, it's the Royal Rumble.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I fucking hate it. And it will happen. And it will happen.
Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Money in the Bank. Those are your 4 2-night events.
Yeah, because you're not going to do 2 nights for Summer or Survivor.
I don't want that at all.
No,
because nobody gives a shit about the Survivor. People like War Games. That's about it. Like,
yeah,
like that's it. I can't do it myself. I can't trigger it myself, right? Isn't that the rule?
He can't do himself, Ryan. He can't say War Games.
There it is. Yeah, see, I can't do it myself.
War Games! War Games! War Games! War Games!
I think Ryan is just mad at me for speaking into existence more 2-night wrestling events.
That's fair.
Is that what you're grumpy about, Mr. Grumpy Gills? Oh, yes. Smoke. Yeah. Why?
Because fuck you, that's why. It's bad enough I got to give up 1 night to watch this shit.
You're not even giving up 1 night to watch this shit. What are you complaining about?
Secret, asshole.
You just gave it away 12 minutes ago. Mr. I don't do my Wrestler of the Week picks. I just wait for everyone else to give theirs and then I copy. Thank you, Big Mac.
Big Mac says Rumble being 2 nights is better than Summerfest being 2 nights.
Summerfest shouldn't be 2 nights.
Yeah, neither of
them
should be.
No, it shouldn't.
You do 1 rock and roll night of SummerSlam and 1 hip hop night of SummerSlam.
I don't want 2-night pay-per-views to be the norm.
No,
they won't be just the big ones.
Look,
I'd rather Great Balls of Fire be 2 nights because that one I can just skip both of the nights.
I didn't love the idea of even the thought of a 2-night Mania. I was happy to have it during the pandemic. I'm sure I'll be happy to have it pandemic 2.0. But I've gotten used to the idea. I actually I'm now that I've been to one, I actually don't dislike 2-night Mania. Like that is actually passable. It's the biggest show, whatever. I don't need 2 nights for anything else. I really don't. Doesn't mean I'm not going to watch them. Like, it literally does not mean I'm not going to watch them, because we all know I'm very likely going to. But I just don't need it. I don't need it. I just don't. Okay? I don't.
I don't need it either. But
Devin's
it
sticking up
makes
for you,
sense.
right?
Thank you, Devin. I knew we've always gotten along. I can't even say it without choking.
When the worst.
He's upset. Big Mac's coming up for Summerfest. Maybe we can do a watch.
Summerfest is in Pennsylvania?
No, it's in New York, New Jersey.
Oh.
But we'll
do
a hang. Well, let's talk about a wrestling show that isn't 2 nights, and that is AEW Full Gear this Saturday night.
Bullshit. It'll bleed over to Sunday.
Well, you're not wrong. From the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, we will start. God damn it! Singles match with the Rizzler serving as special guest timekeeper. I don't even know who the fuck the Rizzler is. Big Boom AJ with Big Justice taking on QT Marshall. Ryan.
I'm joking.
Damn, Ryan's all choked up.
I'm going to give this match one uneventful boom. Obviously, Big Boom AJ is going to beat QT Marshall.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, go ahead. I got nothing. I was going to say somebody's going to get a colonoscopy with a hot dog. But
Matt, who do you got?
Big Boom AJ.
Ryan, Big Boom, give me a thumbs up. You okay? You still with us?
You guys, I found a bag of candy in my drawer, and I was like, oh, maybe.
How old is this candy?
Maybe it's not that bad. And I want to hold up to you the candy. I don't even know why I had it up here, but you'll see why I was choking. It was.
Is that Banana Runts?
It's candy corn.
Oh God!
Ew.
Where I ever got a bag of candy corn, I thought it's so bad. How does Samara eat this shit? Oh my God!
Yeah, I don't.
Well, here's your answer, Ryan. This
I
Rizzler.
know who the Rizzler is.
Yeah, no,
That's
is he the youngest kid? Is that?
Yes.
Boy, I'm glad I don't know anything.
Also, I have a logistical problem here that the biggest guy in the group is not named Big Justice. Why? Yeah. Why isn't the dad Big Justice?
You know what? Just for that, QT Marshall, and just because.
The place will absolutely pop.
Go banana. It'll go banana runts.
They will go ape shit when Rizzler gets in the ring and costs QT Marshall the match. Big Boom AJ will win, and then they will boom 5 loud times, and the whole fucking crowd's gonna boom with them.
We got
and then you will have the match of the night on the pre-show. Great job, AEW.
I can't wait for the
that shit was
the Pro Wrestling Scorecard to have a prop bet on number of times the word boom is said.
Oh my God.
During this match.
So, okay, Tim, I ask you a question because you watch AEW.
Sure.
Last night, I noticed Taz wasn't doing commentary. He's had some sort of knee surgery or something.
He had knee surgery, yes.
Is Daddy Magic, is he the fill-in, or was that just last night?
Daddy Magic has been filling in.
Okay. I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
I thought he was good.
Yep, Daddy Magic's filling in. They'll rotate too. Like they'll rotate like him or Nigel.
Okay.
Or other people in on the booth.
Gotcha.
Who is doing the call anymore? I let's say I haven't tuned in for a while, but let's let our listeners know who is actually the commentary team for the listeners' sake.
It's usually Excalibur. It's a combination of Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, Nigel McGuinness, and Daddy Magic Matt Bernard.
Okay.
Matt Menard, not Bernard.
Bernard.
Kick
me in the nards. All right, next one. MJF versus Roderick Strong. Ryan.
MJF.
Tim.
MJF.
Matt.
MJF.
Yeah, I think it's going to be MJF as well.
I hate everything.
Singles match: Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page. Ryan.
Jay White.
Tim.
Hangman's gonna break the curse.
Matt.
The Hangman.
I'll go with Ryan. Give me Jay White.
I didn't know Adam Page was cursed though.
Adam Page has not been able to beat Jay White in one-on-one competition ever.
Oh.
There's another one. Four-way tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Champions. Private Party defends against the Outrunners, the Kings of the Black Throne, and the Acclaimed. Ryan.
Wow. I'm learning things tonight.
What did you just learn? I'm very curious.
Outrunners and Kings of the Black Throne.
That Mariachi Black and Brody King, they don't go by the House of Black anymore?
They do. The House of Black is the
the faction. Okay.
It's the trio. The team of Malachi Black and Brody King are the Kings of the Black Throne representing the House of Black.
Okay, so when Buddy Murphy is involved, is that a different tag team name?
I don't know what they call
it. Okay.
I don't know what they call the Boudreaux Murphy team.
And that the Outrunners are a team in TN or in AEW. I've never even heard of them.
You would love the Outrunners.
I'm gonna pick the Outrunners.
You should. They actually have it. I have to show you their latest T-shirt.
That's Truth Martini and Turbo Floyd.
Yes, or Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd.
Is that Truth Martini? Is that the same guy?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I've heard of him.
I would absolutely love it if the Outrunners won, but I am going to go with Private Party.
All right, Matt.
I am going to go with the Kings of the Black Throne.
And just to be different, I will pick the Acclaim, even though this could possibly be the last time the Acclaimed are together. Because aren't they? They're mad at each other or something.
They're teasing that one of them may be joining the Hurt Syndicate.
Okay.
So this is an actual shirt being sold on AEW's website. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Oh, that's so great.
Oh man, I love that.
It's them on tornadoes with the words meat spin. And if you're a person of a certain age, you know exactly what meat spin is.
These guys are my favorite tag team ever.
There it is.
Do not, if you were at work, do not look it up. If you're using your phone, use an incognito browser and turn your safe search off.
So do these guys normally wrestle in ROH?
So they were in Ring of Honor for a hot minute, and they've crossed over to AEW.
But the SKU up there is ROH 1138. That's why I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Outrunners. I'm happy with that.
They're the best.
All right.
They call themselves the youngest men that ever lived.
I love that.
Their tag team catchphrase is, and I quote, "If you haven't seen the Outrunners, you haven't seen nothing yet."
I've not seen anything yet.
That's great. All right. Next one, we have a singles match for the AEW TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné defending against Chris Statlander.
Well, Mercedes Moné must pose, brother.
Tim.
Moné talks.
All right, Matt.
I don't have a pun, but Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, I don't have a pun either, but CEO Mercedes Moné. Singles match: Swerve Strickland versus Bobby Lashley.
Bobby!
Ryan.
Play it again.
Bobby!
Tim.
Swerve.
Matt.
Former guest of the show rule applies here. Swerve Strickland.
That's fair. That's fair. I will pick
Bobby.
And Bobby. Next one. Singles match for the AEW TNT Championship. Jack Perry defending against Daniel Garcia.
Danny Garcia.
All right. Tim?
Dear 6-pound, 8-ounce baby Jesus, if there's anything that you believe that you call rightful and true and just in this world, please send Jack Perry home with his daddy and give this title to Daniel Garcia. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, Matt.
Daniel Garcia.
Yeah, I'm not a generic Jack guy, so give me Daniel Garcia.
Yeah, just no, not for me. Non-preferred. The elite work from home. So can Jack Perry. Go away, great goat. Whatever your scrote goat.
Yes,
whatever your name is.
Goat.
The YUNG Young Bucks can work from home. Singles match: Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher.
Will Ospreay. Tim just said he was the biggest thing for AEW, so I got to go with that.
Tim.
Kyle Fletcher.
Matt.
Will Ospreay.
Tim seems to know what he's talking about. I'll go with Kyle Fletcher. And then last one.
Kyle Fletcher was in a tag team, right? But his
Aussie
tag
Open.
team partner is hurt.
No, his tag team partner is back.
Oh, okay.
It's Mark Davis. He was in the 8-man tag to start Dynamite last night.
Holy shit!
Who also ate a hidden blade that cost them the match.
And they were the team that was TM61 or whatever in NXT, right?
No, they were Aussie Open. TM61 are members of the group TMDK, no relation. That's led by Zack Sabre Jr. I know. You hate everything. That's Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste. TM61. The Mighty Don't Kneel. Yeah, wait. Yes, Slapjack is Shane Haste. Yes.
See, I know what I'm talking about.
All right,
Play dumb for this podcast.
We get it back.
And we're back. Last one, singles match for the AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley defending against Orange Cassidy.
Well, this will put butts in the seats. Jon Moxley.
It will absolutely put butts in the seats. No. I forget even what the word is. It's been a heck of a week.
Diggity. The word is diggity.
Sarcasm. No diggity. No diggity needed. No doubt. Jon Moxley's gonna murder Orange Cassidy.
Matt.
Jon Moxley for sure.
Yeah, Moxley's gonna make juice out of OC on Saturday.
Blood orange.
Appreciate everybody hitting the comments. I was trying to roll through this pretty quick because we're already kind of past our normal time. Boys, anything else for the live show this week?
No.
Nope.
Thanks for everybody staying past their bedtime. I know it's tough. It's tough that it's getting dark at 4:30 every day now.
And it's the worst. The absolute worst. Hey, we're saving you from watching what appears to be a pretty rough Thursday night football game tonight. So
as always, check on your friends, check in, kiss your homies, tell somebody you love them. Yes, or deep soul kisses if you desire. Just stare into the eyeballs of your friends and just check on them, make sure everything's okay. Don't assume. When in doubt, ask.
Yeah, it's definitely good advice. People could be going through some rough stuff. I know I am. I'll be 100% honest about it.
Jim, I'm on my way to give you a kiss right now.
I've been looking forward to this show to kind of take my mind away from it for a couple hours. So
he's gone.
He's on his way. He's going to get me. But follow us on all of our social media. We're at 3 Count Thursday, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, on Twitch as well. You can get our merchandise over at TeePublic, all podcast platforms. Until Tuesday, when we have the podcast, we have some special stuff for next week for the Thanksgiving holiday. So don't feel the need to check in here with us live. We won't be here live, but enjoy your holiday. We'll talk to you Tuesday on the podcast. Until then, stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.
Give me a kiss, big boy.